The last parts of our picture are also going to be done with lazy crayons. Lazy crayons don't have any paper around them so that they can lay on their side and be rubbed. But we're not going to do them like we did our black lazy crayon. Now we're going to use what are called texture plates. Now remember, texture is the way something feels. So these have a feeling to them. But when we use them to draw, we're going to draw the feeling when it won't actually be there. So we're going to use some texture plates. They'll go behind our picture. So the texture plate is down, then my picture, and then my crayon will rub over the surface of my texture plate. Now we still need to be careful about what colors we use. This is grass, the hills are grass, and then my sky is blue because it's a sky. So I'm going to use some greens for my grass. I chose a few different greens. You can choose different kinds of colors. It's going to lay on its side, and I'm going to rub. Look what's starting to appear. You can see that texture that's on the texture plate behind my paper. So I'm going to rub. I want my green to show all underneath my bus. I'm rubbing my crayon back and forth, moving my paper because I need to make sure this texture plate is behind my paper. If it's not, then it just becomes smooth or still kind of rough, but it's like my road. We want to create this texture, so make sure your texture plate is behind your paper and rub that lazy crayon over the texture plate. I could even switch the plate at the same spot. Maybe I'll put this one under my same area of grass and choose a different green, and I could rub this one too. You can go as many times as you'd like in each area. I'm going to move up to my hills using my texture plate, and I'm going to rub this green. Now it's kind of showing up in dots. I might choose to flip over my texture plate because there are two sides to it and different things will show up. Here, now this is showing up a little bit different. Ooh, here we're getting some rough bumpiness. Here shows up the green of my hills. I'm going to go all around. I'm still staying in the lines of my hills. I'm turning my lazy crayon so it's staying in the lines. And I'm filling in that green grass. So I've got my green grass. Now the only thing left will be to do my sky. I might switch my texture plate again, take a new one, put it behind my paper, take a blue, and start to rub. Ooh, it's almost like a starry sky or a polka dotted sky, depending on what my texture plate might look like. I think I'll try a darker blue too. You could mix your colors if you'd like, as long as they're right for the place in your picture, like blues for the sky. And I'm going to go over on top, keeping in my sky because my hills aren't going to be blue. And there I've filled my picture with texture. That is our last step, is to add all the texture in our background.